Hey guys, we're the Disney Kremlins. We're back with another amazing video. I'm Chase. This is my astonishing...
It's a tight-knit.
Hey guys, we're the Disney Kremlins. We're back with another video. I'm Chase. This is my astonishing brother Cody.
Astonishing. I was wondering what adjective you were going to go with this time.
You never know. I have a list I'll pull out my pocket. So this video is going to be our review of Thor Ragnarok. It's only our second review we've done on YouTube. First one being Spider-Man Homecoming. We're going to try and do all Disney movies. Pixar, that includes Pixar and Marvel, so we're going to try and do Coco as well. But us being 6 hours apart during the school year kind of makes it hard. But Cody actually had an interesting Coco experience.
Yeah, I actually got to go see an early screening of Coco, so I saw it several weeks ago. I actually wrote a review for filmmaniacs.com, so you get the chance, go to filmmaniacs.com, check out the review I wrote for them. Hopefully I get this experience on future Disney movies, and have the ability to do that, because it was a lot of fun. Pretty cool to see a early screening with like people of like the media or whatever. So yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Definitely go see it. It's definitely a movie worth seeing. And as soon as you go see it, we'll do a review. We plan on doing a review from now on every Disney movie that comes out, so it should be a lot of fun. But Thor Ragnarok, good movie. What do you think of it being our in-house Marvel aficionado?
I have my Thor Ragnarok shirt on.
I have
from work.
the same pullover thing that I've been wearing the last 3 videos that we made. So we have to cram them all in on the same day whenever we're home together.
So initial reaction was that it was awesome. It was definitely one of the more fun Marvel movies. Totally different than the other 2 Thor movies. Chris Hemsworth was a big person behind that. He came in and said wanted to change the image of Thor. You know, they're known for being the more darker movies of the Marvel universe. And they got a new director, Taika Waititi, who actually he's actually in the movie as Korg.
Right.
So that's also
one of the best characters.
And Korg's freaking hilarious. So that's just awesome that he's also directing. And I don't know, I haven't seen any other reviews, so I don't know if other people like the change, but I am all aboard on making Thor fun again.
So hashtag that in the comments below, hashtag make Thor fun again. No, I'm with you. I thought, I mean, I think it's the funniest movie of any of the Marvel movies I've seen so far. I know you mentioned earlier you thought the second Guardians is right up there with it. It is. For me, I think Guardians 2 is a better movie. Like if I was to rank my movies, it would be higher in the rankings. But as far as
separate video,
right, we'll do. So keep an eye out for that on Marvel rankings. But as far as just the humor factor, I think that for sure Thor Ragnarok was the funniest Marvel movie that I've seen. It was great. It's already done $743.5 million at the box office, so that's great. Again, it's crazy to think that like Zootopia and Inside Out and movies like that get so like go over $1 billion or hit $1 billion, and then Thor movies do really well and may hit $800 million by the time it's said and done. It may not even hit that, but it'll be really interesting to see where it finishes as far as monetarily wise on the rankings for Marvel. But it's off to a good start. It had a good opening weekend. Didn't really have a lot of competition with other movies during that time. I think it came out
like a week
before Justice League. So yeah, I mean, good job by them. It came out right around the holidays, so that's going to help push it some too. So yeah, I mean, what is Rotten Tomatoes and some of the
Rotten Tomatoes has it ranked at 92%.
That's hard to get on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. And especially for a comic book movie, I think like that's up there with like the first Iron Man and the Dark Knight, and I think Spider-Man Homecoming finished up around there as well. So I mean those are like, I mean talking about Dark Knight and Iron Man, those are like some of the best comic book movies of all time.
Completely agree.
And that being ranked right there with it, that kind of says a lot about how not only was the plot good, but how like this movie was just like, you just like enjoyed yourself like watching it. Like it was just so much fun. Just the new, like, and it was like bright and colorful, like all the animations. That's the Disney part of me. The like CGI part. It was just awesome.
No, I agree. I mean, it's nowhere in the same ballpark for me as The Dark Knight overall as a movie, but to score that high on Rotten Tomatoes is really impressive. I don't know if it'll hang on to that same rating the whole way through the box office, but we'll see. I mean, it is a really good movie. It is really funny. It has a good plot. Has really, you know, a lot of everything that you're looking for in a good, solid movie, which I think this is.
See, you mentioned it not being, you slightly mentioned your rankings, so I slightly mentioned mine. For me, it's probably right there with Captain America Civil War and the first Guardians. I love the movie, I love the plot, just the character, the build-up of the characters are just amazing. Not to like diss on Justice League, which they didn't do very good.
Oh, Justice League.
Not the best. Anyway, Hulk up until this point is just kind of like one-dimensional. Like you only know Bruce Banner. Like you don't really know the Hulk at all until you just start. Like they don't use him until they need. Like okay, like last effort. Like we need Hulk now, and then he comes in and smashes stuff. And like we didn't see him or Hulk or Thor in Civil War, so it was just like, what's going on? Like where are they at? And there was like a couple of like. I don't know. I guess there were teasers for Thor Ragnarok of like what Thor was doing during Civil War, and some of those jokes actually made it into the real movie, which I loved. Like the whole when he's with Doctor Strange and Thor's like, "Well, why didn't you just email me?" And he's like, "Well, you need a computer." He's like, "Why would I need a computer? Just email me." So like those jokes, like Thor like not having a phone or an email, it just cracks me up.
Which, by the way, one of the funniest scenes of the movie is when he's talking to Doctor Strange and like Hulk has been, was it Hulk that's been basically disappeared for all that time, and then all of a sudden comes smashing into the, was that Hulk that was gone that time? He's talking to Doctor Strange and like Doctor Strange puts him in like falling into another universe or something, and then at the end he puts him
Loki.
in. Oh, Loki, not Hulk.
And he's like, I have been falling for 30 minutes.
So there's like so many clips like that. Like you said, the director?
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, like he does such a good job as Korg. Like, and I was talking to you about it before we started filming this. I think where Marvel is so much better than Justice League yet. I mean, there's so much better in so many areas, but one of the main places is like pivotal role characters that aren't stars. They may get 5 minutes a movie of like screen time or whatever, but they add so much to the movie and they cast them so well across the board that they play such a pivotal part where you like man, I really like that character, and they're only in the movie for like 3 or 4 minutes, however long.
And it could be like a terrible character, but you still end up falling in love with him. Like the Grandmaster being played by Jeff Goldblum. Like, oh my goodness, it's just so funny.
No, I agree. And like, he's the evil character.
Yeah, like he's like a terrible person, like holds people like captive, and like at one point the lady's like, "Sir, the slaves are starting a revolution." He's like, "Don't use that word." He's like, "Sorry, like the prisoners with jobs." And he's like, "Yeah, that's much better." And he's like so funny. Like the person he like kills that person with the stick, and like he turns into like goop. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, he's on my feet. He's getting on my feet." Just funny.
I agree. He's been one of my favorite actors since Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, just hilarious. Perfectly casted again. Just like Marvel starting to like get these like big name actors and just like having them as like not even major characters. I'm gonna talk about this. I don't know if you noticed this or not, But there's a scene on Asgard when Thor first gets there and they're doing like that play celebrating Loki. Well, the person playing Thor is Chris Hemsworth's brother,
Liam Hemsworth,
and the person playing Loki is actually Matt Damon.
Yes.
So they got Matt Damon in here to do have 2 lines.
Right.
And it's just like, that's just like crazy to me.
No, and it's so funny too. Like, it just adds that much more humor to the movie. So.
But yeah, and like what you said, just like those, like it's just starting to become a theme in Marvel where like you fall in love with like the secondary characters, and that just makes like the movie so much better. Like Captain America: Civil War, it's like you fall in love with Spider-Man and
Ant-Man again.
Ant-Man again, and Black Panther. Black Panther's in it more, but like they're in it for like 10 minutes. And like Guardians 2, like I fell in love with Yondu, and like he's not a main character, which we all know how that ended.
Right.
Devastating. But or like Groot, you know, it's not like the Star-Lord or like the main villain or like, you know, it's like those like person that's just like off to the side doing something funny.
No, I agree. They can add so much to a movie, and again, Marvel just does such a good job with their cast. I mean, Disney, since taking over, like has just done an amazing job with their casting and storylines.
Even for the people that play Valkyrie, which helped Thor and Hulk and Loki, Tessa Thompson, like I never heard of her before this movie. Kate Blanchett, who played Hela, the main villain, I never heard of her.
She's in a lot of movies.
But she killed it.
Tessa Thompson, I'm not even sure what she's in other than Thor Ragnarok. But yeah, I mean, just in general, like I thought it was just such a good movie. You know, I don't want to get she was in Creed, that was her last good one, our last big time movie. But so you know, I don't want to get into ranking on this video just because I gotta like actually sit down and think about that. But something I do want to touch on: Thor Ragnarok, Coco, Star Wars.
All at the end of the year.
All at the end of the year.
Disney is racking it.
Yes. And
for Justice League, didn't stand a chance.
Absolutely not. And so you think of their 3 big, you know, properties, if you will, or 3 biggest acquisitions: Marvel, Pixar, and the Lucasfilms,
including Spider-Man: Homecoming in July that came out this year.
Black Panther came out in February,
and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that came out in May.
And Pirates, and the new Pirates movie. Pirates 5 came out. Pirates 5 came out. Absolutely. And you know, for those that follow us on Instagram, we're gonna do a short thing on this later. But Disney's 4th quarter earnings for 2017 came out, and they were down. And a bunch of their stock prices are going down and all this stuff. But you know, I'm gonna say it right now: go buy Disney stock, because Thor, all this is gonna be in the 2018 fiscal year. But you have Thor, you have Coco, you have the new Star Wars movie, you have
Star Wars just
just through the roof. I mean, think about this: the 2 biggest movies of all time were Titanic and Avatar, and domestically, the last Star Wars movie beat both of them to become #1, I believe, domestically of all time at the box office. So
and then you have next Avengers,
and Avatar, which they just built Avatar Land. Right, Infinity War comes out next summer, right?
Infinity War comes out in May.
We have Black Panther coming out in February.
Yes.
The Incredibles comes out next summer. Incredibles 2 comes out next summer, right?
I actually don't know the date on that.
But it's next year, I think. So just a ton of stuff coming out for Disney that I'm super looking forward to. You have Toy Story Land coming out next year. You have Star Wars Land coming out the following year. You have Tron coasters coming. Like, the next 2 years for Disney is just going to be just absolutely insane. I can't wait to see everything they do in the parks and on the screen.
What I'm anxious to see is how Disney handles Marvel stuff in their parks.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because we already know Disney World's getting a Guardians of the Galaxy ride or roller coaster.
Right, which.
So
they're not really dancing around the contract that supposedly has an issue with Universal.
If Thor continues to kill it, like Disneyland, which I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah,
And
I mean, eventually they're gonna have to do something with the Marvel properties. You would think. I know there's a rumor of them making an agreement with 21st Century Fox this last week that would have given them the rights to the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, and another Marvel
I don't think they're gonna get that
character, but they ended up not doing it. But interesting enough, Comcast and NBC, who own Universal, was reported today that they're now in serious talks to gain 21st Century Fox. And if they gain 21st Century Fox, and maybe they come out with a new Fantastic Four movie, like there's a ton of stuff that could be going on because Universal's obviously gonna have to make a comeback with all the stuff that Disney's doing. So it'd be very interesting to watch. Anything else you want to add here?
Just kind of, this was like, in this movie, like a lot of stuff went down. Ragnarok, which is like the destruction of Asgard. I feel like that's gonna be nothing to what we see in Infinity War. So, which, for those of you that have seen the video that they showed at D23, the little teaser trailer for it, we know what happens to Thor in that. I'm not gonna say it in this video, but man, I'm excited, and also excited to see what Korg has for us in Infinity War. If he's gonna be in it, because he was hilarious. Him and Meek at the end of the movie.
Well, it's gonna be hard for them to put all these characters in one movie, but I'm really anxious and excited to see what they come out with. It may have to be like one of those old John Wayne movies where it has an intermission at an hour and a half.
Real quick, we'll end on this, but what did you think about the Thor and the Hulk fight?
I mean, I liked it. Whatever. I mean, it was fine. I mean, honestly, in a fight, Hulk is probably gonna win all those fights, just because I don't know how you kill him.
How do you kill Thor?
Huh?
How do you kill Thor?
Well, yes, but I think, for example, like Thor's dad could kill Thor.
But at the end, Odin said that he's more powerful than he is now. So.
Yes, now, but at the time, like Odin could have just took away his power and Thor would have been done. Like, remember, like in the first Thor, when he takes away his hammer, his ability to use his hammer, like he's just done for.
Now he doesn't have his hammer and he's beast.
Right.
So it's funny how that works.
Yeah. So I think 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna take Hulk over Thor.
I was just talking about like the fight in general.
I thought the fight scene was okay. I mean,
it
was fine. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done.
You weren't like overwhelmed by the fight scene?
Nah, not really. I mean, honestly, after another not great movie, but Batman vs Superman battle that DC did, now it's not really a huge deal for me to watch superheroes battle. I mean, there's some that I would love to see, and especially between different universes. But really, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it wasn't mind-blowing that they were fighting, and it ended about how I thought it was going to end, and how I would predict a fight between them to end. So, I mean, it was good. It was entertaining, but I probably enjoyed the pre-fight more, where Korg is like explaining to him about how Doug fought Hulk or whatever.
Ain't that right, Doug? Oh wait, Doug's dead.
So.
And then like as Hulk like jumps up in the air, and all of them are like watching it because Thor's like beating Hulk, and then like the Grandmaster like zaps him and like knocks him down, and then everyone's just like, oh, another day, another Doug.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man. I don't know. I love the Korg so much. That's all I gotta say.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's our review on Thor. Great movie. Go see it if you haven't. Go see Coco if you haven't. Check my review that I wrote for filmmaniacs.com out if you haven't already. And aside from movie reviews, be sure to check us out on Instagram at the Disney Kremlins, and on YouTube. We're gonna have a ton of giveaways coming up soon. We get 300 subscribers. We're probably gonna do a giveaway for that, and we're gonna have a ton of stuff, and hopefully what we think is unique and fun stuff going into our next trip at Disney World, December 16th through 25th. So definitely, if you're gonna be in the world during that time, definitely hit us up. We definitely love to meet y'all. We have some plans with some friends already that just happen to be down there. The Mouselets again, one of our day one fans. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to Disney Traveler, Disney Traveler's mom. All of y'all who make this possible for us on Instagram and on YouTube. We love you all. And until next time, guys, Kwaherini.
Guarini.